What do you think of how they're going to handle themselves early into mid as we look at the team comp here, Vedius?
Well, I think they have pressure top. I think they have pressure bot. I think mid is fairly even, except Syndra's just kind of obnoxious in the mid lane. So for RNG, a lot of focus is going to be on what can MLXG do. Because one of the big advantages that MLXG has as a player is he is not afraid of anyone. He loves to invade. He loves to utilize early game pressure. When you have Syndra in the middle lane, pressure is abundant.
The good old double-edged sword of not having fear. Sometimes fear can be a healthy thing.
It can be, but when you're the 3-0 team in the group, it seems like it's working in favor of Royal Never Give Up. The crowd, you can hear them roaring already. Definitely behind their number 2 representative, of course, coming up against Europe's number 1 in G2 Esports. I love seeing the crowd and I love hearing them. And of course, this will be kicking off day 2 as G2 Esports take on Royal Never Give Up. Of course, the last time these two teams faced off, it was. And he's been engaged upon, silenced, ruptured, and gonna look away. G2 get first blood. Through the river, no flash available. Sven and Mithy, summon a heal already used. The Howling Gale connects. Sven's thrown out the Buster Shot, interrupts the rocket jump. Now Sven's in trouble. That's RNG with the first kill of the game, and they back away. Action or the tower. Minion wave gonna be the focus here as Sven uses that satchel just to try blow up the wave. Belt forward again from Perks. He's looking for Ming. That's gonna be a summon a heal. Eye of the Storm buying some time, waiting for that E to time out. Trick got the prison. Ming is down. Perks is now on the board. Uzi gets shut down as well as Sven gets the second. As tower taking menaces, and they're on the same path. The package is used to get into the pit. MLXG borrows out the prediction from Trick, and Perks gets another into the lane. 4 members of G2. Their support now coming from the river. Take a look at Let Me getting chunked down. Buster shot still available for Sven to reset any fight. Silence onto Let Me. Resets available. Rocket jump forward as MLXG tunnels out to safety. Rupture's going to be needed from Expect. Gets some CC down. Uzi's bark is not as much as his bite. Perks jumps forward, drops a fast bomb in Uzi's face, and now G2, they reckon they want to retreat. The re-engage, the 3-man stun. MLXG shuts down Perks. Silence comes out from the Feral Scream. Sven continues to push forward. Got the heals and the shields from Lulu. Now G2 are routed, are running. The Void Rush comes out. Body block. Trick looking for the stun. MLXG's double-edged sword stabs himself. Now Expect is the target from Uzi. Running low on mana. The extended fight ends in a 2-for-1.
Which Let Me now has less options for as an engage happens start.
Another great prison. Ming is shut down for the 2nd time in the tournament. Uzi is blown up under the tower as the explosive charge helps out. That's the 3rd tower of the game. Extends the gold lead to 6K.
And they jumped right on him, so good move there. Now we'll see what they can do with Baron.
All right, Sven with that 3rd item completed, by the way. Rapid fire cannon. Trick decides to go in onto Xiaohu. The tower's also below. Sven and Perks just blow up. Rupture on Let Me's not going to be the engage tool that they're looking for, Vedius, but the tower's the focus.
Ooh, G2, they're very close but engage.
All right, there's the stun comes down. MLXG throws out the Void Rush, dashes out, gets feasted, I believe, by Expect. Silence now comes down to Xiaohu. He uses the cleanse, caught up by the Rupture. Follow up. The tower's still not dead. Sven leaps forward with the rocket jump. They're in a 5-on-3, and they've got Baron and powered minions in the base. Barely standing. And G2 Esports gonna usher in those super minions to the inhibitor. Wuhan is starting to cheer and celebrate and give some support to their hometown heroes in RNG.
But G2, they're just looking to end the game. 5 members are topside and Perks is on the Nexus.
Oh, G2, they're shutting it down. Regardless of what happens, the inhibitor turret now falls. Expect and Perks back away. They are pulling RNG in too many directions. Trick gets a stun up onto Let Me. Still simply not tanky enough to deal with the damage that G2's putting out. The 3rd inhibitor will fall. Looking at the player cams, G2 Esports on the verge of picking up the win. They miss. They so desperately want a last-ditch effort. Engaged from RNG. 2-man knock-up into the silence. The front line is dying. Let Me is gone. G2 focusing down the Nexus, and G2 Esports demolish RNG.